Look at that, we're live.
Heard about it in a very ancillary way, so.
Ancillary. Good word. Good word.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do not disturb myself.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
So what's new? What's exciting?
Nothing.
How was the gym?
I didn't go today.
Oh, okay.
I meal prepped everything for the week, though.
Gotcha.
Minus breakfast stuff.
Breakfast stuff?
But,
is that like just because tough to meal prep it, or?
No, I bought all this stuff for overnight oats, but I need to put it into like a jar of some sort, something I can seal rather than bowls. And I need to take my bowls for lunch, like the ones that are sealable. I don't have enough of them, so I'm probably going to just buy 5 to 10 mason jars, depending on if Shay wants to do them or not, and then just keep those in the fridge. But I didn't have mason jars.
Mason jars is a good thing.
But outside of that, meal prepped. Just made a bunch of shredded chicken, essentially. Bought some shells and stuff for tacos. Got those bags that are $1 of vegetables. You just steam them.
Gotcha.
They're supposed to be for a family, but I'm big.
You big. I got a bunch of frozen fruit for smoothies.
There you go.
And I got eggs and stuff for dinners. And then
Yeah, we always keep eggs around.
Lunch.
Eggs are perpetually there just because they're so quick and easy to cook, and they're just, you can put hot sauce on them. It's really the reason that I love them. Because it's like cheese. It's like why buy regular tortilla chips if it's not for nachos? You know what I mean?
Wait, I'm confused now. Okay,
Or salsa.
So eggs are like cheese because why wouldn't you buy nacho chips or salsa?
Eggs are like tortilla chips. If I want to have hot sauce, I gotta have the egg. I'm not just gonna hot sauce.
Right.
'Cause I hate the taste of eggs.
Okay.
There's no other reason for me to eat them. They're a great source of protein, sure. Mm-hmm. They're quick to cook, but it's really just so that I can get the hot sauce in my mouth.
Gotcha.
Same way, I buy tortilla chips, not so I can eat tortilla chips, but so I can
you
have
salsa.
nachos, which is just cheese, or salsa with chips, or, it's all just a transporter. That's what an egg is to me.
Yeah, okay. I like eggs a lot, so I plan to make a ton of them. And that's going to be a big bulk of it. I'm also going to talk to my mom, give me some taco soup. It's pretty much just veggies and meat, and I don't do the liquid or the broth or whatever you want to call it, and that it's still soup. So I guess it would be broth, right?
Yeah.
I don't do anything. I drain.
What do you mean? You strain the whole soup? I
don't like the
then
any soup. I do not like.
Then.
No, because it's like. I guess, but I don't put it. I just eat it with a spoon. I don't do shells or anything, or cheese even. I just whatever was in the bowl. I just drain off.
That's kind of what I made today.
You know.
I just slow cooker, put in 5 chicken breasts, covered it in salsa. I think it ended up being like 2.5 or 3 hours, even though it was supposed to be 4. All the same. Just sat there, let it cook. Pulled all the breasts out, shredded them, put them back in the salsa, and I just scoop it out, put it in a little corn tortilla, like a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Have 2 of those.
I may do. I've got veggies. I got some ground turkey.
Ooh,
I make some
I'm
patties.
a big fan of ground turkey.
Make some burger patties, but then makes like a over easy egg. Put it on top of the burger patty. Just cut into it. Might do something like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
You could just wrap in lettuce.
Yeah. I went to.
You gotta catch for all the yolk.
Because you told me I went to. What was it? Sunday. Sunday, I think I went to Jimmy John's. Got an unwich.
Oh yeah, real good.
Good.
Did you like it?
It was good.
I would say it's your same sub you probably already like, but just no bread.
The hard part is that
and they give it. It's a hearty couple pieces of lettuce they give
and
it too.
It stayed pretty solid until like the last
fresh
bite.
And crunchy and yeah. Unlike our steak and shake.
I realized, hey.
Oh, is that your uncle?
Yeah, should be. Thank you for the resub.
I haven't seen that name in
5
a
months.
while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think he's been doing it like when we're not on. Because it's been for 5 months.
Is that 5 months total?
It's got to be in a row, right? I don't think they would have.
I don't know.
I don't know if they keep track. But thanks.
Me neither.
Thanks for the sub.
Me neither.
But what was I going to say? Oh, I realized though why I like a bread with a sandwich like that. Because it's like the one thing, the unwich, or like bread or something with it.
It catches like, all the mayonnaise and
no, it's just like, it's the one thing that's not cold. If I just eat an unwich, everything is cold.
True.
And I would like almost get cold eating it. Like I wish there was just one thing that's not cold.
Like warm lettuce.
It doesn't even need to be warm. It doesn't even need to be warm. It just needs to be like room temp, and everything there's cold.
Warm lettuce.
Yeah, which I think would be gross.
Oh, hi.
Hey, P-Stabs!
Oh, hi.
So that was the one thing I realized, like, it's missing that. And then you drink something cold, and I'm just like, oh, I'm cold eating lunch. It's weird.
You drink hot water. Yeah, that'd be weird. I mean, unless you bring like tea or something. I'm a big fan of tea.
Hi.
Big fan of tea. I like tea. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Brent, you got a workout plan?
I do not have a workout plan.
No.
My workout plan currently is Tuesdays and Thursdays because it's the day I don't stream. So I can go to a workout, come home, shower, and then do all the stuff I need to without being too stressed on time. That's pretty much it.
Sure. I mean, you're probably going to work out after work on Sundays or whatever, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe not Sundays, but...
Whatever. Hopefully another day I can throw in. I know Tuesdays and Thursdays to begin with, and I'm sure it's going to be a slow start, so I might just start Tuesday and Thursday. And once I start feeling comfortable, add in another day. Then maybe even after that, add another day.
Tuesday and Thursday, something happens then. It's a stream. It's a stream, Brent. It's not our stream.
Oh, not our stream.
No.
Whose stream?
P-Stab stream.
P-Stab stream.
Don't forget Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday?
Saturday, I think at 3. I want to say
Stokes
it's like a weird.
everything.
It's a weirder time, but I think it's Saturday at 3.
Okay. All right.
3:30.
Fuck! Damn it. Go home.
The camera focus.
I usually call you an expert, and now you lost it. You lost it. Stokes is amazing, says P-Stabs. Look
Thank
at
you,
that.
P-Stabs. Thank you.
Good.
Monday, Wednesday.
I was going to say, you had something.
We should. We could either use that as a day off because we're already here, but I figure I drive in. Planet Fitness is not too far away from here. I have a car that allows me to go between both.
Oh, really? That's good.
Between any Planet Fitness, really.
That's lucky. I thought about upgrading that because there's one right down the road. But
Oh yeah, that one looks shitty though. Like just from the outside, I'm kind of like, should you be there? Are you still open?
yeah, but you know.
Did you used to be a thing?
Except he left us for Xbox. Ooh, stream workouts. That's a thing. Can you stream workouts? That is a thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what they put it under.
What up, Chosker?
Choskar.
Boy!
Choskar.
Yes, you can.
I don't think it's because there is technically a like health and fitness or just fitness like category, but it's always empty. The people I see that do workouts put it under just chatting. And then they're working out. They're talking about health as they work out because they're either a trainer or they're something like that. And then they just go back to lifting. They're answering questions. That'd be a fun. Not day 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right.
up to 50.
Yeah, eventually we should do it and just call it like Nerds That Get Fit, you know? Be good.
Well, that could be our pre-show.
The pre-show, Nerds That Get Fit, and then we go where there's like stay tuned for the talk show, and then we go shower.
All we do
and
is we
stuff.
just get, put up that screen, go drink our Evan protein shakes, come back down.
I was just thinking about all the Evans protein stuff I got to get going on. I didn't watch this week's Temptation Island yet.
Didn't post again.
Oh,
And
no?
normally, I was actually home in time to watch it this time, like right at 10, just watch it live. But the rare occurrence of my buddies both being home, one in Texas and one here in Michigan,
Available
to play games, and everyone was ready. I was kind of like, all right, well
we're playing
do
games.
that. And then Derek got off at like 10:15 after a victory, which was nice.
Nice.
Which, interesting enough, I was with Pathfinder.
Apex? Okay. Yeah.
Apex, yeah. I was as Pathfinder, who I was kind of like, you know what? I like the robot. I'm just going to, just as a character, I was like, I'm going to fuck with the robot. And I actually really like him now. Like, I think he might be the main. But I played with him today. I was like, I got 20 minutes before I need to leave for Brent's, which is what kind of put me here late, because not only did I leave a little after 20 minutes, but also there's that traffic jam.
Right.
All the same, played a quick round as Pathfinder. Had a kid in my squad that stayed alive the whole time, but only did 40 damage, but we won.
Nice. Pathfinder, his alt, I think makes too much noise. Yeah, because I'm like, I'll use it.
Zipline ready.
I'll be like, hey, just in case, I'll throw this real quick. And then, like, all of a sudden we're getting lit up because I threw that out and someone heard it, you know?
That's why I feel like if people could listen to pings or know the ping of it, I suppose, it's really, really good when you're playing with people you don't know. When you're just pinging and that's all your communication is. Because a lot of people, even if they are by themselves, they're not in game chat.
Yeah.
All the same. I had a guy that, like, he had done a couple zip lines or whatever and ran down, and I was because I like sniping. I think it's really good for Pathfinder too, because you can just zip up to something really high and snipe.
Yep.
But he was like super far away, and so people were flanking on him, and I tagged him, and he just started booking it, shooting, going crazy, and I just shot a zip line straight to him, and he just zipped out of there and came up to me, and then they tried charging the zip line, and we just did it straight down the line.
That's pretty cool.
So I was like, hey, this
Yeah,
worked pretty
I've
well.
done that,
and it's like using it to save someone far away. It's almost like a portal, but it's a portal that's just like instantly somewhere else rather than you have to be in both places like Wraith.
I've done that with the when you're on the ship and there's the zip lines to the ship and someone's coming up on the ship and you're just on the ship shooting down at them.
Oh, the supply ship?
Yeah. I like that a lot. It's great.
Well, anyway, Brent, we were talking about working out.
Okay.
I liked talking about that. Whatever days you got, it was something that I was just like, you know what? I could sit here and write 4 sets of 12 incline bench and then just kind of figure all that. I was like, I'm going to see if there's a quick one to Google.
Right.
And I found one that's almost like what I would have written.
Okay.
And it's got like a, for weeks 1 through 4, you're going to do it lighter or easier on yourself and do this. And then weeks 5 through 7, you're going to do this. And I was just like, damn, that's exactly what I was looking for. Snagged it.
Cool.
And it was free, so
I'll have to look it up.
I can send it to
And
you.
then immediately jump to weeks 5 and 7, obviously, because I ain't here for that pussy shit, you know?
Swole beast.
Exactly. So, and then add my own stuff on top of it, because they never do enough. All those things. They're like, do this, and I'm done. I'm like, really? Already? Come on.
Oh. The average workout time for all of them was 50 minutes.
50?
then-
That's it?
And then they recommend 45 minutes of cardio.
On top of that?
Either here and there or all in the beginning or in the middle.
Gotcha.
Do like 90 minutes.
Yee!
90 minutes? No, thank you.
I could do it if I was on the bike. I could just sit all day. Now the question is do I want to do
I don't think I'd want to do that, though.
The question is do I want to switch cycle?
I've thought about that, and I've been like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to cycle at the gym just to see how switch ready everything is. It's not.
What do you mean?
Like, just with, I guess I don't know if it's how much I'm moving, how much I feel the bike is moving, like the lack of like, I'm trying to think how, like I put my phone up to watch a video as like a test in a way. And I'm like, how much do I, 1, need my hands, and 2, how much can I see this screen? How much would I be able to focus on a screen this big? And it just doesn't work well. And I'm like, I don't know if it's also something that is like, not only is it kind of pulling my head out of the game because my cardio is before working out and I don't want to be like, Mario Kart 8 as I'm like ready to go work out. You know what I mean? I want something a little bit more like focused or something.
We'll get Doom on there and you'll be ready to fucking go.
Get Doom on there. I love video games, but beyond those like 1 and 2 moments per single player game, they don't give me hype.
Okay.
Or maybe the end of an Apex match or something, but you can't do that on Switch anyway, so.
It's true. Not yet.
So there aren't really games that get me as excited as like a motivational video or a podcast or anything, a movie.
Okay. Fair enough. I might try it this time. I talked about it before. I never did it. But now I have extra Joy-Cons just in case the sweat destroys the Joy-Cons, you know?
True.
I played new Gambit last night.
The new maps look really cool.
Ooh. That's exciting.
Have you seen anything about new Gambit?
Not a fucking thing.
No.
No. I heard Activision got sued because of the discourse between Bungie and stuff, but other than that, that's all I know.
I did hear about that. I didn't look into it too much, though, because I was like, who cares?
Yeah.
But the Gambit thing's pretty cool, because there's the, there's the collector of moats, the killer, the defender, the person who keeps the bank clear, essentially, and then the invader. Mm-hmm. Those are the kind of general roles. But they actually have armor sets that are colored for those roles. And when you decide, like when you make your armor one color to be one role, it gives you buffs for that role.
Interesting.
So it makes you faster, or you do more damage to lower bar enemies, or you heal faster, or these kinds of benefits that are attuned to your role. So the idea is that there's going to be like more like a competition, I suppose. And then they have a mode called Gambit Prime, which is the mode that gives you all those benefits and bonuses, and there's only one round. It's only one cycle through. Whoever kills the primeval first, period, wins.
The collector will drop motes upon death instead of losing them, so your team can pick them up. Hey, Stony! And the boss fight isn't a simple melt. Okay. I mean, if I ever want to turn on Destiny again and, roll over some kids, maybe we'll do it sometime, but...
It's funny, I actually loaded up my PC today, and I had some stuff on my desktop which ruins my day.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I needed it there. We'll see what's going on. Put it all into some files, got it all sorted. Deleted Destiny today.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sayonara.
The next looter shooter is coming, so you know.
Well, yeah, that's not gonna be my next looter shooter. I mean, as much as it is literally my next one chronologically, that's not the one I'm like dying for. You know,
Division 2?
Yeah.
Which one are you dying for? Borderlands 3?
Borderlands 3.
But like, what if they come on and say, what if they come on and go, you know what? Borderlands 3 is completely different. We're doing a
lootless.
We're doing a lootless shooter. We're bringing down the guns to 3 guns. There's a shotgun, a rifle, a handgun. Actually, 4 guns. Let's add a sniper rifle in there. Okay.
Well, you know what? That would be a-okay if you add a 5th bow and arrow.
5th is rockets. Sorry.
Fuck.
So and then it's streamlined down. They make the art style. They throw away the old art style. It's very realistic, very grounded, and it's actually third person. That would be
like, as much as Borderlands 3 in my mind has already been decided what it is. Mm-hmm. That would be really cool.
It's a third person cool, shooter instead of a first person shooter.
You know I like them.
And then all of a sudden it's a sci-fi game. Like, so it's like very spaceships and very like in space.
Their last game in space didn't do so well.
I'm just saying, like, what if they went full on like crazy with it? You still down? You still ready?
They say Borderlands 3 and they like start pulling their hands down to kind of like, we're gonna put it on the table for you. I'm like, there's my money. And then they're like, what do you mean? I'm like,
5th gun, a spud gun. Sir Javik, sounds stupid. It does.
That would sound terrible.
It does. Mm-hmm.
But I would pay for it.
Okay. You know what? Is that 2 popcorns there?
Oh. These are Reese's wrappers.
Reese's wrappers, and they're all okay.
I'm gonna grab this one so we don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Got it.
Oh god, the sound of them scraping on the chalk. Oh. Oh
you
god,
can see the little scratch marks.
I know, it hurts me. P-Stabs in morning. Destiny 2 is dead, P-Stabs. It's okay.
Come play the Division with me. You're getting an Xbox. But here's the thing, P-Stabs, as well. Division, it's already in my mind. I'm telling you now, I'm giving you the disclaimer. It's not going to last as long as Destiny did for me.
Because hopefully Borderlands 3 will be out, or just you're not going to be...
No, just because like I like Destiny a lot, but it is just not just, but it's a third-person shooter. You're just shooting people in a world that's realistic. I'm just kind of like, how long can I play that?
I mean, I just said all that about Borderlands 3, and you're like, here's my money, you know, so...
Yeah, and I'm giving Division 2 my money.
Sure, I guess.
But I'm just... I don't know what it is about these other people that like to play games with me.
Okay.
But they seem to think that I'm a usual gamer. I'll buy one game and I'll play one game. That ain't me. You might not think that.
That ain't you. You ain't no president. Go on.
Anyway. Because I can hear it already. I can hear Derek in my ears right now.
Okay.
The second he hops on, he's like, oh, Jake, let's play some Division. Let's do this. He hops on and he sees I'm in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. He's going to be like, Stokes, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going to be like, playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And he's going to be like, why the fuck did you even buy Destiny?
I think you need to...
Or the Division. Why did you even buy the Division?
I think you need to work on your Derek impression. 1, it's not breathy enough. And 2, he calls you Jake. Yeah, he's very breathy. He's got like... does that a lot. He's got a lot of breath to his voice. And also he calls you Jake, not Stokes.
He does call me Jake. So. That's true.
Work on your...
I don't know about the breathy.
I'm telling you, listen for it next time.
That's interesting.
Listen for it.
That's interesting.
Listen for it.
I've known him for a long time, so kind of like I've stopped listening to those kind of pieces. But
you'll see. Breathy Derek. I like the sound of him. It's just a little breathy.
There's 2 R's in that name, Derek, there, Stoney. That's a fun fact. The name they were going to name him before Derek. This was a last-minute audible. Thank God. His name was going to be D'Artagnan.
You should have... D'Artagnan's way better. Sir Javik, D-E-R.
Derek.
D'Artagnan's awesome.
It's like Stormy. They just
you
got
call
the
him
silent
Dart.
Letter at the end. 2 R's? I don't like him.
Call him Dart.
Yeah, I like Dart.
D'Artagnan's great.
But I could call Derek Dart.
Can I call him D'Artagnan? Think you'd mind? I wonder if you guys know my actual name. Princess? Right? That's what the P stands for. Stoney says Brenda. Pam. I'm not a dog, Brent.
Princess the dog.
I don't know any princesses. I can't lie. Precious.
You don't know any princesses? I know a couple.
I'm not
dog
fab,
princesses.
but I'm not a dog.
What?
I'm not fab, but I'm not a dog. Let's break this down real quick. Is fab a new kids term I don't know about? I haven't been on the.
Fabulous.
I haven't been on.
Look at fabulous.
I haven't been on the TikTok in a while, so I haven't heard that one yet. You know, I'm falling behind in my old age. But you know what I did do? I did install that Travel Channel app on my TV. And I have been watching a lot of Deadly Possessions with Zach Bagans.
Good.
So
Good.
That's exciting.
That's what the world needs.
Actually, my name is Jen, but I like Pam better.
Really?
So Pam it is.
You like Pam better?
For some reason, I knew Jen, but I don't know how I knew. It just wasn't surprising when I read that. I was like, yes, I did know that information, but I wouldn't be able to pull it out. Pam. I'm sorry. I knew it was Pam.
When I hear Pam, I think. Psst.
When I hear Pam, now I'm thinking the spray because you said it. I might
The
have to come
Office.
back to it. No.
That makes Cleric Jim.
Because I don't watch Office.
Yeah, but you did.
I don't. Never did.
But you did. You've never seen The Office.
I watched an episode and been
Okay.
like, this is a garbage show
Well,
that no
there
one
you
should
go.
ever watch.
He's no Jim.
Yeah, he's
I don't know what that means.
What's another character name from The Office?
Dwight.
He's a Dwight. Totally Dwight.
Saucy Pam.
Who's the guy?
Stony Jim?
Who's the guy that says it's called hentai and it's art? Who's that guy?
Pretty sure that's Dwight.
That's Dwight? Okay, cool.
He's not
I
even
like
a Dwight. He's a Stanley. All right, I've lost that. Like I'm off now. I can think of maybe a couple other names.
Let's go on to like Scrubs. Who would he be in Scrubs? Maybe the janitor?
No, come
No,
on.
I'm just saying.
Well, maybe.
Janitor's pretty cool. He's always there. And he's got his fingers and everything. He knows what's going on. He ain't stupid.
He knows all.
Exactly. Cleans up after pee stabs. Make sure everything runs right. It's pretty close.
He's
I'm just
always
saying.
dropping in our chat, just dropping a little bit of knowledge and leaving.
Exactly.
Stealth.
That's not Clerk. Clerk doesn't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know.
Oh well, we'll see how P Stabs runs her own stream. You know what I mean?
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Interesting.
I don't know why we'll see.
I don't know why we'll see either.
Because he's still gonna do.
But let's get on how we start every show with what we viewed in review. But first, we have to intro the show, Stokes. Yes, silly plonker. This is Pocket Change, the show where we give you a penny for your thoughts within our 2 cents. The show we talk about things we like, the things we dislike, and the things we just can't ignore. And we have probably all 3 of those 100% strongly in this show today. So I can name things that I like, things that I don't like, and things that I just can't ignore.
That was a joke for me,
Yep,
by the way.
just for Stokes. But you'll see later on when we cover all of our topics. But then we're going to start the show as we always do with what we viewed in review. The other guy summed up Scrubs for me. I watched that Scrubs the other day and thought, who's the funny guy? I watched all the
They're all
Scrubs.
funny.
The best episodes are with Brendan Fraser. Hashtag bring back Brendan Fraser.
Hashtag all 3 of the Mummy films in 4K. One purchase, $15 on Apple TV.
Hashtag not true 4K because Apple TV. Double hashtag
Not true Dolby 5.1.2 Atmos surround sound.
The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Not that bad a movie. Hashtag
True.
Does anyone remember that there were Yetis in it? Hashtag there were Yetis in that movie.
That was a long... those was 2 long hashtags at the end. Give me this. I'm curious to see what you thought about Searching.
I watched the movie Searching.
For the first time.
For the first time. I read it on Amazon.
You didn't see it in theaters.
I did not. I was like,
Surprising.
I forgot
A lot
I
of
didn't
people were
see
pretty
this.
hype about it.
Yeah,
I
me
liked
too.
it a lot.
And then I watched it on Amazon. Thought it was really good. It had maybe one too many twists and turns where I'm like, okay, this movie could have ended like on the last twist. But I'm still
right.
into it. Great.
And they even showed the little twist.
Yeah.
And then they were like, here's more
another twist.
Here's more after the twist. Of
Yep.
like the final twist happens. Here's a little bit more.
Was Mummy 2 the one with the PlayStation 2 graphics CG rock? Correct. That was Mummy 2 Scorpion King.
I think it was called, yeah.
I don't think it was Scorpion.
Mummy Returns. I think it's The Mummy Returns.
Was it The Returns? The Curse of the Scorpion? I don't remember.
You keep talking about
keep
Searching.
talking. Searching was great. The thing that I liked the best was I have seen people do this. You see a whole movie through a computer screen thing, and 9 times out of 10 they do like smart things with
just
apps.
The Mummy Returns.
No, just The Mummy Returns. Okay.
Look at that. It doesn't really count because I just looked at it in Apple TV. True 4K.
Scorpion King was a spin-off movie, yeah. But the Scorpion King starts in The Mummy Returns with the Army of Anubis.
The Army of Anubis.
Remember when the Magi guys like fight all the Anubis and they win?
No.
And they're like, and then the guy's like runs over the hill and there's a whole nother army of Anubis running at him and they're like, and there's less of them and they're all like breathing heavy and the guy's like, ready to go with a cool curved blade. Sick.
No.
And
I'd love to remember
before in
that.
the beginning, remember when he saves Evie from the bad guys and there's the big black guy that's just like, not bad for a Magi. Because then he fights with the big sword, and he's the guy that takes the kid. The whole movie. And then the kid wants to use the bathroom at one point. Okay.
Half Round?
No, it's their son.
Temple of Doom?
No, we're talking about an actual good movie.
The
here.
true second film of all films?
No. Temple
Not
of Doom.
Not that split movie. Not that Mummy Returns.
Temple of Doom is not the second movie in that series.
Yes, it is.
It's a prequel.
It's the second
It's
film.
not a second film.
It is the second film.
No, the second
Chronologically,
film.
it is the second film.
Chronologically, no. You're actually chronologically the second film is The Last Crusade.
Chronologically,
the third film,
in the canon, it's not the second movie.
chronologically,
in real human life, it's the second film.
it was a prequel, and no one wants to talk
It was a
about it. 'Cause
prequel
it's
made
awful.
after the first film.
It's awful. Don't.
It's a quality film.
It's not good.
Quality film. Many papers have been written.
Searching
about
was really good, but they did something. Like I said, I saw a lot of movies doing a lot of things with the computer screen, open windows, dark web, unfriended. You know, people have done this. But what I thought was cool is they use the computer screen in a way to tell you the story, not just like for little quirks here and there. Like there was a shot of like the desktop, right, and it was clean. And then he starts doing research, and you kind of like see him do a little research, and then he closes out a window, and the desktop is just full of all this stuff, and they're on top of each other and everywhere. You're like, oh shit!
Time's passed. Yeah.
Exactly, and I was like, that was a really clever way to shoot time passage without doing like a montage.
How
and stuff.
about that classic Windows Vista
Right?
cry moment in the beginning?
Oh my god!
I was like, what the fuck? Why did you do this to me? Like, I was not ready for this to be shown to me with the bum, 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 bum. And it's got all the photos and the family
Yep.
videos and stuff, and it's all about it getting dragged around and deleted. And
I also like that everything was
Fuck.
an actual app, besides like Livecast or whatever, like those websites. But like when he uses
with,
like FaceTime, it's FaceTime. And,
redhead chick.
yeah, it's all It just it was cool. I liked it a lot. It was good. It was a good watch.
It was interesting because it was like, I really just didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I truly was like, I don't know. Like, I
I'm
have
not
ideas,
yeah.
but there were certain pieces of it that I was like, I wouldn't have guessed that. Or I had an unreliable narrator that was like, yeah, we called the waitress and she's at work. And it was like, oh, damn, that fucking ties up my loose end. Like, I don't
understand.
like, fuck. I got the red pins everywhere.
The first
and it
twist,
just, I couldn't get it.
the first twist I saw coming, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna end it with this, but this is what I saw. This makes sense to me because of this, this, and this. But it's almost too easy. And then they do another twist. I was like, okay, I'm glad because the first twist I thought that was too easy with the brother.
Yeah,
that was too easy.
I don't know what it is. You put an uncle in a film. That's the first thing I think every time.
The uncle did it.
And I was like, not necessarily the uncle did it, but I'm like, oh, why is it that uncles are the ones out here sexually assaulting people? You know what I mean?
True.
I was like, why is this happening?
It's creepy and weird.
Why is this going to happen in this film?
I don't know.
Glad to see that it wasn't the easy route. Like, I don't even want to say easy. It wasn't the obvious
route.
thing,
They went a little bit different with it, which was cool. And also, it wasn't just like this person ended up being a bad person. Like, I almost felt for the bad guy in a weird way, because it's like, oh, I get why you did this the way you did it because of this,
Talking about the kid.
No, the mom.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you did say bad guy, and I was like, I don't know, because technically, who did the wrong here?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Well, who did do the wrong? Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
but not the guy that got pinned. You know
It was
what I mean?
it was definitely worth a watch, and I really liked it. And I thought, what's his face did a really good job. John Cho. That's it. Really good. And then I just recently rewatched The Frighteners. Besides the CGI not holding up, the movie itself totally holds up. It's got some real good funny moments.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You got it on Amazon?
No, on Blu-ray.
Oh, Blu-ray.
Yeah.
No, Blu-ray.
No, physical media. You know,
I've got a whole wall of it.
the tried and true way to get good cinema.
I got more Blu-rays than you, Brent.
Now your crappy Apple TV bullshit.
You telling me it can't stream full Blu-ray quality?
My Apple TV? Probably not. It's probably gonna buffer or do some shit. The Blu-ray's not.
You know, I will
good.
say, because I loaded up Creed 2 today. Because it's been around, but it was something I was like, no, I'll just wait. Whatever. But then I saw the physical stand of it at work, and I was like, fuck, I gotta watch this movie. And I was like, I could wait years, like I did the first Creed, and I was like, no, like I feel like I need this movie right now. Like I don't know what it is, been slumpish lately that I was like, I need one of these movies, be it Rocky or Warrior or Creed 2. You don't like Warrior?
No.
Big fan of Warrior. That one gets me hyped.
Yeah, I know.
When he taps
Just makes
Koba.
me sad.
When he taps Koba.
Whole movie just makes me sad.
I love that movie.
I don't think
You just don't like Tom Hardy.
Well, I don't like Tom Hardy. Well, no, not that I don't like Tom Hardy. I just don't think Tom Hardy's earned the cherishment that everyone has given him.
You see those traps? You can aesthetically cherish them, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a great-looking dude. He's in shape. Cool.
But them traps.
You know,
It's like a king cobra. You know?
yeah. Then he also got in a lobster tank in Venom, you know? Like, there's just a problem.
That was improv, apparently. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
He shouldn't do
Just
improv.
Like eating the lobster, apparently, was the improv part. He's supposed to get in the tank, but he actually picked up like a live lobster
And ate it?
and went, ha! And they liked it so much that they, like, to get another shot, like from another angle of it that they were already planning or whatever, they gave him like lobster that wasn't live, that was like cooked or something like separate or was
So
fake.
he literally mutilated a living animal for improv.
I hope so.
Fuck
Here's
you,
what we
Tom
should look
Hardy.
for. Here's what we should look for. At the end of the credits, do we see the thing that says no
No animals were harmed? Because if
Because
so,
if,
that's bullshit.
if it puts it there and then just scratches out, or we don't see it, it was the lobster.
Wow.
Although, I mean,
Stoney,
lobsters, they boil.
let me
alive.
reiterate. I like Tom Hardy, like, in certain roles, but he has been cherished as the end-all, be-all. Tom Hardy should play fucking everything, and I don't think he deserves it.
Do you think? Would you give him a shot at Wolverine? If we had to recast Wolverine,
Sure, because like I don't
because he's a bigger guy, but while being short and stocky.
Sure, give him. Sure, I don't think he's gonna do a good job because every time I've seen him in a superhero thing, I don't think he's done that great of a
You
job.
gonna give it to Scott Eastman?
No, definitely not Scott. He's too thin and tall and
Well, from what I've seen, they've just put the chops on him and stuff. Photoshop. I was like, maybe it could work.
maybe.
Who'd
Watch
you-
Bronson. He nude in that.
he nude in
Bronson.
that?
I've seen the cover. I'm like, that's probably a good one. It's a good character. He can do his accent and not be crazy.
And it's something that it's not. It's almost like if Bronson were a biopic, it's the Rocket Man version.
Yeah.
Where this is not real. Like
Right.
whatever's going on is all in Bronson's head.
Right.
So
But
it's just a good movie overall.
But I thought he was a terrible Mad Max. His Bane is great to quote, but the character sucked. I don't know if that's his fault or
His death
you know.
sucked.
A lot of his character sucked.
But his death sucked too.
Remember his turtle stomach in the scene where he's shirtless in the sewer pipes? Remember that?
In the sewer pipes?
Where he's like
Oh,
underneath
when
Gotham when he's like shirtless at one point, where he's like
kills
he
the
does
guy,
this,
throws him into the water.
yeah, he does this like hand thing. He's got like a big old turtle stomach. It's just funny.
Because he's got abs, but he like ate everything.
Yeah,
to, like,
it's just
to inflate his shoulders and chest and stuff. But
Yeah.
he's like almost fat, but it's like I can see your abs though.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
what are you?
He's like he took his turtle shell and spun it backwards, and that's his tummy. It's hard, rock hard, but it's a big out there. It's a little bit
It's
belly.
interesting.
Dude, spoilers. I haven't watched that yet.
Bullshit.
You haven't watched Dark Knight Rises? Don't. It's got a lot of problems.
Came out in 2020. It's worth a watch.
I was watching the scene that we have at Best Buy, And another question, right? Why does
Heinz Ward still keep running as if the world isn't exploding behind him?
no? Why does the world explode behind him? Like, what is destroying the football field do for anything?
Collapses the tunnel.
What tunnel?
The sewers of Gotham.
So there's a giant sewer section underneath this football field that's only down the section of the football field?
That's why they cut to over the city and there's just... But it's almost like in a circle. It's because they have that central location that all of the Gotham police force go into. Then they crumble the tunnels around them so they're locked in the center. And that's why they got to go to the edge of the rubble and feed things into it.
I understand. But every other explosion is this big, where the football field is this big. But they only did it because the shot is cool. And it doesn't make any sense. And also Joseph Gordon-Levitt's driving down a road and things are blowing up around him.
Yeah.
But they're inside buildings. And it's not the street where the tunnel would be because he's driving on the street. And it doesn't make sense besides he gets to flip his car and be cool.
Well, who knows if he...
the explosions don't make sense.
Are those the exit points? You know what I mean?
All the explosions don't make
sense.
There's
a lot to question in this movie. And I don't know if the explosions is one of them.
When you watch this scene and try to figure out where all the explosions are, how it all matches up, it doesn't match up at all. They had it's three different they have team A, team B, and team C all shooting explosion shots, and none of them added up. So they're just throw them all together, and people will
cut them together, throw some cool audio tracks in the back.
Yeah, and had that boom thing, because Batman had that too. The boom.
I think that's that Chris Nolan noise.
Exactly, the Chris Nolan noise. Put it over everything, we'll be good.
Arrival kind of one-upped him on that noise, though.
That's true. Yeah.
That had a lot of wahs in it.
But then he, I think, one-upped every noise ever with fucking that space movie that I can't remember the name of that's bad. Interstellar. Because it's just the audio isn't even leveled right. It's what? And he's there's points in the movie where you're not supposed to hear the voices. And you're how am I supposed to know what's going on if I can't hear the voices, Chris? You're confusing me.
When did that happen?
Interstellar? All the time. It'd be the music or whatever would be and people would be talking and be what did he just say? I don't know what the fuck just happened. And apparently
you can't hear it because the noise is so loud, not because they're silent.
Yeah, and in the interview he's that's the way it's supposed to be. And I was are you an idiot? You made good films before. What happened? Did Batman destroy you?
Interstellar is perfect.
How does he not know he's the ghost? God, it's just a dumb movie.
Because he hasn't gotten there yet.
Oh, God. Anyway,
he has to enter the fourth dimension.
Creed 2. What'd you think of Creed 2?
It's great.
It's great, right?
Yeah. Good. You said there was one moment in there that was going to get me real hype or cryy or something. I just remember us talking about it. You're there's one moment.
I was one moment when I'm I felt like you were going to feel the whole the reason why they made this movie.
Of the movie.
And it
was for one moment.
And it was when Drago waves the towel. And I was Stokes will be he'll go through all of Rocky in his one head in this one moment. Drago's that, and he's just
and it's just yeah. I thought it was because I was I wasn't looking for a moment, but there was during the desert hell training.
Yeah,
when he's running behind the car and he falls and Rocky's "Get up, kid," and he gets up. Or whatever, and they that's when the music kicks in of him actually training shirtless now.
Yep, shirtless.
Perfect.
When he's fucking just slamming the ground. First one was quite a bit better
than Creed.
I don't know. They're both great. The second one, what's great about the second one is they take the seriousness of the Creed franchise, which I know is only 2 movies, but still the Creed franchise, and somehow sprinkle in the cheese of the Rocky franchise, and it works.
Dude,
it's like a great nacho. You have the meat, the solid meat and chip combo that you're this is good. This is solid, well made stuff.
Something about the pickled jalapenos.
And then they cheese it, and you're I don't know if the cheese is gonna work on this, but let me take. Oh my God, it made it even better. That's what I feel like.
Dude, this movie it was actually something that I think there's a subconscious thing in me. I didn't watch it in theaters so that I could watch it alone. Because I had told Shay, I was hey, Shay, you want to watch Creed? And then she's oh, sure, we'll watch it tomorrow. And I was nah, you haven't seen any of the other Rocky movies. But it was almost I asked her just so I could be oh, let's watch this together. Yeah. And I was nah, you can't. And dude, It was stupid.
I might just.
It was stupid. Like, I was so happy I didn't watch that movie with anybody else.
I hope I might actually download Creed and Creed 2 on my phone. And that might be what I watch at the gym. Just those two movies on repeat.
Yeah. There's just, oh God, dude, that movie. It was hard to watch. Like, it was so good in my mind. It was like hard to witness. I was like, I can't even, I don't know.
I explained how what I thought they, in the beginning of the movie. Remember how the movie starts? Because I originally said, what if they had killed Rocky in between the movies?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the beginning, the way the movie started?
Yeah.
And he walks in, but it's out of frame.
Everyone had just left. It's just him in the room.
I was just like, did they do it? Oh my God, did they? And then obviously they didn't. But
for no reason of that, it was something that I started, I had the movie loaded up. I grabbed just a couple of tortillas because I was a little hungry but not enough. And I was nibbling on something. I got all cozy on the couch. Mm-hmm. Got it. Hit play. Started watching. Whatever. He's just, punching nothing. Tessa Thompson's there. I forget her name. Yep. But she was there. She was talking whenever all the people leave. And then Rocky, you hear him, but he's not there.
Yeah.
What does he say? It was something like there's only 3 steps or something like that. Yep. And I actually just started crying.
3 steps into the ring.
I don't know what it is about Rocky. Seriously. It was nothing that was conscious in my brain. I wasn't another Rocky movie, or that's the last time I'll open a new Rocky movie. So it was nothing. But I just started weeping, crying. I had to pause the movie. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Get it together. And I hit play, and I just, I watched the movie like normal, whatever. I kept going, but it was just
3 steps into the ring.
But I couldn't stop. And then after the fight, he wins. He's the world champion. Rocky's up, and he's talking to him, and he's like, yo, how do I propose to B over here? What do I do? And then, how'd you do it to Adrian or whatever? And he started telling the story, and I was just like, dude. And then he's like, she was my world. Weep again. And I was like, dude, what? I was like, Stokes, please. Jake, listen. Calm down, bro. It's going to be fine. This movie's going to be okay. And then it was he went and saw Paulie, got all teary-eyed. And then it was just, every moment in between. It just wouldn't stop. It was something that
calm down.
At the very end of the film, dude, I was getting all teary-eyed, of course, because you may not know or have noticed, but they had, he hits Drago or whatever, and they do the and it was just that music gets me every time. So I'm already watching. Mm-hmm. But then they interlace the fighting montage music from Rocky 4 into the bottom of it, dude. And I was hearing it, I was I was shaking, and then I started clapping, and I was so excited that this was all happening. And then you see Drago grab the towel, dude, and I lost it. Now you were right. It was and I was just wiping my eyes, and my cat was next to me. I was like, Ivan, what the fuck, dude? I was talking to my cat, and I was just I gotta keep it strong. I gotta keep it together. And then it was, when I saw the mother of Drago come in, I was like, oh my God, that she's alive still? They got her and she's still here, and the whole thing. Whole thing. And then it was, oh my God, dude, Rocky goes back to see his son, and he sees her, he's like, you look just like your grandmother, and I was like, dude, I'm crying already. But it was, he opens the door, and the son, he's like, son's like, dude, what are you doing here? And he's just like, I was in the neighborhood. And I was like, oh. That's what he said when he first saw Adrian, when he walks into the pet store all the time. He's always like, I was in the neighborhood. And I was just like, boom, it struck me in the chest, and I was like, I fucking love Rocky. I shouldn't love it this much, but I just do.
So it's official. If Creed 3 happens, Stokes is live streaming his face as he watches the movie.
No, dude. No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. And it was so funny because I was like, I don't know if watching this movie again could do the same effect to me.
Right.
And I think that's another reason why I've been waiting to watch it, is because I watched Creed 1 once, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it again.
Okay.
And it was just I don't know if I could watch this movie again. It's such a heavy father-son movie, too.
It is. Really?
And I got a lot of father-son things in my life. And the whole movie opens with, like, it's got all the statues and stuff. The first statue they open up on, my dad has. And it was like, yo. Like, it was just like it was this, it's a gray guy that's got gold lacing, like, on all of his stuff. And he's got headgear from amateur boxing. Mm-hmm. And you get that from, like, a Golden Gloves tournament. And I've been to like 3 Golden Gloves tournaments where my dad's won a few times, and I've seen all the trophies and stuff. And I've recently tucked him away for all these reasons. And it was just like, dude, this movie's setting me up. Like, I can't be watching this. It's just too much.
Drago Sr. trying to be his best dad, even though he's a shit dad. But that mom, Garbo,
mom.
Such a good movie. If you haven't seen Creed 2 or Creed...
But it was just, dude, the whole time I was like, have you guys not learned anything? Like, I was mad at them in the way I think the movie obviously wanted me to be. Mm-hmm. That it was like, Drago's, Ivan, I should say, is coming in as like, Victor, you're fighting for your country, you're fighting for your people, you're fighting for me. But it was like, bro, don't you remember in Rocky 4 when you stand up and say that you're fighting for yourself? Mm-hmm. I fight for me. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? You said it. Did you not live it? Did you not mean it? I don't want to get too emotional about this movie. I'm like feeling it a little bit.
The one thing is I did want at the very end where he throws it, he's like, I wanted him just to say, we don't fight for them.
Something.
Just
but
one.
It was just like,
but you knew what it was.
You couldn't give me as soon as he hit him the first time and he like fell down, they played this moment from the song War that I listen to like all the time. Because it's the song they play over the music. And there's this one like, boom, like in the middle of the movie. Mm-hmm. And that's when he hits Drago for the first time. Which, as soon as he like, they did the kind of turnaround on Drago for the first time. He like rotates and he's still got the scar from where Rocky first cut him. He's like, oh my God, he hit Drago. He made him bleed. The man can bleed. Bleeding. And it was the same scar. I was like, I got some fucking deep knowledge of these movies. And it's so funny because I was watching and I was like, is The Big Lebowski better than this?
Oh, man.
And then I was like, why? I was like, get that out of your head. You're watching Creed right now. Like, don't worry about this. There's just some shit, like, something about that movie that's, like, mystical to me. That I can't, it is beyond, it's above critique. Like, I can't say anything about Rocky, So it's like, I just want to tuck it away. I just want to compartmentalize that somewhere and just say, no, Big Lebowski's shining in my favor. Like, I don't even worry about it, Ugh.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for me too.
Why did I not know that we share this love of Rocky? Why? Brent and I, Stephen King. I like Stephen King. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Is there / will there be a good Blu-ray pack? I want a good collection.
Rocky is apparently coming out in 4K.
I don't know if there'll be a good pack because I feel like they're going to keep making Creed.
Well, it's tough because... You think they're going to keep making Creed?
I think there's got to be at least one more.
Where do you go? Where do you go from there? You going to fight Tommy Gunn again? Like, no. There's nothing you can pull. I guess maybe you could make a proper, like, Creed film. But Creed 1 and 2 are part... They're like Rocky 7 and 8, really.
Right.
There's no Rocky 9.
I think Rocky 9 is...
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
I think there's a very strong Rocky 9.
What else could take the movie for their themes? Like, you could probably come up with something else. Who is Creed going to fight? He's a champion of the world, just like Rocky's been over and over again. And after he becomes champion of the entire world, he fights in Russia and wins. Then we got Rocky 5,
Let's forget Rocky 5 for a second.
Okay, then we got Rocky Balboa.
Oh, there
All
we
right,
go.
So we gotta wait for everyone in the cast to die off, and then we gotta make a movie 25 years later. I'm exaggerating, but all the same, we gotta make it 20 years later.
I think we can make.
I don't think we fit that one.
I think you can make Creed 3 5 years from now. Creed just getting too old for the game, and it just being about knowing when to move on. Because really, Rocky never moved on from that life. That's why he finally at the end of the last movie. I think you could make it.
I think he might have moved on.
In this
I
one?
think Adonis might have moved on. He already had moved on a little bit. Then he took the baby to the gym, punched the bag, got all angry again.
No, I think one more movie. Rocky moved on at this one.
They would
The whole
have to
movie
Rocky 3 with Creed 3.
where he loses his spark. Now, see, I think
But there's if you're comparing Creed to Rocky as characters, you could have Mickey / Rocky die, and you could probably come up with a Clubber Lang.
Mm-hmm.
But they one-upped Clubber Lang with Drago, and they already gave us Drago. So it's kind of like any Clubber Lang you give us is going to feel like nothing. But then also, the whole idea is Mickey dies, so then Apollo becomes his best friend, and then his coach becomes Rocky's coach, and he's got this kind of like, he's re-enveloped with all these people. Who else does Creed have? At least who else does he have that we give half a fuck about? Nobody.
what about this?
Bring in Frank Grillo from
I'm
Warrior.
pitching this idea. 9th movie. Rocky dies at some point, but he leaves the message to like that the idea you don't have to always be the best. And the 3rd movie ends with Adonis losing. Just like Rocky lost in the first Rocky.
Or in Balboa.
You wrap it up with Adonis losing and being like, you know what? I don't need to go out on top. I just need to go out with my head held high.
Well, I
That's it.
think he would, because he's the world champion.
Right.
And if you're the world champion, as we saw in this movie a million times, if you don't pick another opponent, it's just vacant, and whoever wins the next bout
Right.
would win it. So I think that's winning with your head up, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you don't lose.
No,
and
he's gotta lose.
that's what he's going to do right now. He
gotta
did
lose.
he did lose,
He's got to lose.
just like
man.
Rocky lost in Rocky 3.
Yeah, but like really lose, you know?
I'm pretty sure if you look at him in the middle of this movie with the broken ribs and the ruptured kidney, and he's struggling to piss and he's dropping pills and stuff, he really lost.
He has to lose in order to come back.
That was this movie. He lost to come back.
I don't know. I think they could do it. And they need to do it.
I don't think they need a Rocky 3 or a Creed 3.
We need a Creed 3.
We definitely needed a Rocky 3.
They need a Creed 3. They can't leave it at Creed 2.
I don't know.
At this point, I didn't think this Drago thing was going to work. I thought, okay, let's go have some laughs, whatever. And it worked. So they can give me anything in the next one. I'm ready to go at this point.
Clubber Lang's kid. I don't want another Creed.
You used to want to go through that emotional roller coaster.
Dude. I
right.
don't want to. I do want to watch Rocky 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to watch them all with Shay. Now that I've, like, had my time, I've been like, okay, I'm ready to be like, all right, Shay, we can do this now. I already own Rocky 1, so I'll throw in Rocky 1.
There we go.
I've never owned any of the other Rockies. I've always rented them.
That's
always.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
We'll move on to news now. We've gone on Rocky for about 30 minutes.
I wanted to just be like,
Do you want to...
when I got to tell him I watched Creed. That was my mind on the way here. I was like, I tell him I watched Creed. I'm just going to tell him I watched it, loved it. I don't want to talk about it. And we'll move on.
And it's 30 minutes
I was
later.
afraid I was going to cry on stream. I'm not going to lie to you.
Cobra Kai Season 2? I didn't watch Cobra Kai Season 1. Cobra Kai Season 2 get greenlit? Sir Javik, is that what's up? Do you want to do this one real quick and then just get on with all the movie stuff?
Yeah.
So, jump to this. There was a game on Steam called Rape Day. And the description of this game, one, Valve removed it. Y'all seen all new Sekiro news that came out today? I did not see the Sekiro news.
I saw that it existed.
But
Hold on, scroll up just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Oh, never mind.
okay.
That ad is changing.
Oh, gotcha. So, this is the description of this game. A game where you can rape and murder during a zombie apocalypse. And on the Steam page, I saw there's a expansion pack for the Baby Killer expansion. Obviously, not a good game. So,
Valve elects to remove it.
Valve elected to remove it. But they removed it and said some weird things.
Like, okay.
they said much of our policy around what we distribute is and must be reactionary. We simply have to wait and see what comes to us via Stream Direct, which makes sense. They're not going to...
Steam Direct, yeah.
Yeah. What'd I say?
Steam
Direct. We then have to make a judgment call about any risk it puts to Valve, our developer partners, or our customers. After significant fact-finding and discussion, we think Rape Day poses unknown costs and risks and therefore won't be on Steam. Makes sense, obviously,
That
right?
checks out.
But then they start talking about supporting makers and having makers have their voice. They just didn't think this voice was like worth the hassle or something. Like they get really weird with it. They're like, they're not demonizing the game. They just don't want to be a part of the game, but they still support them having the right to do it, but they don't support the game. But you know, they can say what they want, but they get really, really wishy-washy with it. And it's like, I feel like out of all games, a game called Rape Day, you could get behind 100% and say, we demonize this game, it's not good, bad, we don't want it in our system, we're out.
Yeah.
It just seemed really weird that Valve was like wishy-washy with their words on it. It makes sense that they remove it, obviously, and it makes sense that it got on the platform just because they don't run the platform as to greenlit things. It gets on there, people have a problem with it, they look at it, okay, yeah, this is a problem, we take it down. That's the way Steam works. Well, because free speech people will get upset if a game like this is banned, but they should not put that shit on their front page and stuff. Exactly. So, obviously, this is a game that should be downloadable through 4chan or 8chan or something crazy, you know, but like... It just seems so weird that Valve was really wishy-washy with not, like, with hating this game, because I feel like everyone could get behind it.
But, says Peace Tabs. So what was the nonsensical statement that they made here? This developer has chosen content matter and a way of representing it that makes it very difficult for us to help them do that.
Yes, because they said, where is it? Valve wants to help facilitate developers expressing themselves and finding an audience, but this developer has chosen to counter content matter in a way of representing it that makes it difficult for us to help them do that. It's just like, they're still saying we want to help people put out their content, but this time is just one we can't help with. Dating sim during a zombie apocalypse could be cool, though. This, no. Yeah. It was just like, I feel like it was almost made in a way to see if they could get it on Steam. Because it's just like, everything that could be offensive about it is right there. Right when you open the game. It's not like that one game. What was the one game where the guy developed the game to teach you how to be like a guy that picks up women?
House Party?
No, not that one. That one is just how you kind of like hit on people and have sex with people. This one was literally like with people, and you would pick answers to try to like pick up women. It was like Super Seducer. That's it. Super Seducer. That game is like kind of skeevy, but at least like not straight up like Rape Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like 100% just trying, but it's not serious. P-Stabs, I'm pretty sure the guy that made it is serious. Nah, and I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't know. I would like to see their actual full, transcript stuff. Like, I would like to see what he actually said. Because when they say, oh, he went on to say this, and then they put on the end quote there.
Yeah.
That end quote isn't bad.
No.
Like we want to help people create what they want to create, but we don't get behind this. I don't know. That sounds about right. But I'd like to, that doesn't sound like a wishy-washy statement to me. It's a 5-star tit.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
The Soppy Tart, who's the main guy in that game, is a 5-star tit. I might start using Soppy Tart. I like that.
That is a good one. We need to just adopt Stoney's language.
We should.
Not accent. We're not here to make fun of anyone.
Just
the words.
Vocabulary.
Just
Yep. Mm-hmm. P-Stabs, I could see that, but I'm pretty sure he's serious about it. Or at least he was when the first game came out.
He could also be like, hey, people might not take this serious, but if I retweet someone who's laughing a whole bunch at my game, people just purchase my game.
Right. Or maybe it was the what's his face? Oh, hi, Mark. He was serious when it first came out, and then when he realized people found it good as a comedy, he's like, "Oh yeah, didn't we do a good job?"
Yeah, didn't we do a good comedy?
He makes money from it, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if he's serious. I think it does matter if he's serious. That's the whole point, right? If he's making fun of it, or making money from it, that's the whole point.
Reminds me of Hot Rod. When they make that cool Hot Rod movie. In the movie Hot Rod.
I think the first game was serious. Then when he realized everyone was laughing at it, he went, "Oh, yeah, I was joking." Exactly. That's what I think too. But anyway,
I haven't seen this trailer yet.
Luckily,
let's get to it.
Rape Day has been taken down, and no more has
Rape
to
Day.
run into it on Steam. We want to start with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just go down the list,
For now, we got a bunch of movie news, and a lot of it's going to be trailers, so hope you get ready to watch some trailers. Hopefully I found a couple you guys haven't seen. You've probably seen some big ones. We'll start off with a big one. Watch some Game of Thrones. So, first, you haven't seen it. What do you think? I got P-Stabs going, "Oh my god, oh 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 my god," holds breath. I cannot wait. Stoney saying zero clue on what's going on. How do you feel?
Just as excited as I was.
Cool?
I hope to never see anything again
Okay.
about this until I'm just watching it.
Got it.
Like I didn't need that.
Okay.
I didn't really want it either. But I'm also kind of on the outside of I watch a movie with no context.
Right.
So, not that this show needs context at this point, but still. I'm pretty in it. I'm already in it. I didn't need anyone else to be in it, but hopefully that trailer brings more people to it, I guess. But it's something I'm pretty excited. They announced, or they had that release, the news that came with that trailer. Did you see the interview? That was, it will hold the longest consecutive filmed battle of all cinema. So the battle will be like the longest lasting battle.
Wonder how long it'll be.
Yeah, and it was compared to, I think it was compared to like Braveheart. It was compared to 300. It was compared to like these like Battle of the Bastards, even like longer cinematic battles, and it's going to be the longest, is what one of the producers said. I think it's gonna be 6 episodes.
Yeah,
sounds like a Dragon Ball Z thing.
Because as much as no one liked it, I think like the Battle of the Five Armies is like a 2-hour long battle.
Oh,
like the whole last movie is a battle.
Really?
I mean, I think it starts with a quick scene with Smaug.
Well, maybe what
it
they
stops,
mean is,
and then the armies show up, and then it just is like
maybe it means no breaking from the battle. Like there's no footage elsewhere. Come back to it. Like maybe it's all within the battle.
I mean, but I feel like that's Battle of the Five Armies at one point.
No, I don't. I don't think it's like a one shot.
A one shot?
I don't think it's a one shot.
If it's a one shot, then I feel like that's pretty easy.
Well, but what they compared it to, I don't remember one shots in. You know,
in 300 definitely.
But I don't remember. I mean, I get with like the slow mo and the yeah. No, none of that. Because Battle of the Bastards. Because I don't remember a long one shot there. I don't remember a long one shot in Braveheart.
But it's just funny because you brought all those up. None of those came to mind. Only things that came to mind was Battle of the Five Armies and Helm's Deep. And like those weren't brought up. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are. I mean, Helm's Deep. I can understand it's like only the last half of a movie, but like I feel like Battle of the Five Armies is literally like 2 hours long.
What is we can ask all day who's going to sit on the throne and what our theories are. What's going to be the last shot of Game of Thrones?
I hope it's
What's the last thing you look at? You know what I mean? The person on the throne.
I actually hope it's an empty throne, because I hope the last shot is. You know who's on it. You know who won.
Maybe
the last shot is an empty throne.
Whoever it is, some dead people around the throne.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be a 3-eyed raven. It's going to pull out, and there's going to be a raven on a branch, and that's going to be the last shot.
What's it pulling out? Like they're on a branch overlooking, like what, King's Landing
probably
or the
something.
wall, or
probably King's Landing. It's probably not going to be a wall. Person on the Throne, I think. Ooh, I like that.
Because I thought, I was like, oh, I'm picturing, because they had those posters of everyone sitting on the throne. And it's like, now that we've seen our favorite characters all sitting on the throne, it's like, how almost disappointing would it be to have the final shot be Jon Snow sitting on the throne, or whatever, whoever it is.
Pull out of an empty throne to a three-eyed raven. See, this is my thing.
Three-eyed raven on top the throne.
I want to be excited for this, but I just can't get there.
It's tough because you don't like the show at all. But I was, for the last season, I was this excited for Breaking Bad.
Okay.
This is obviously far more cinematic and production quality and deeper writing and all the better things. But all the same, the similar kind of feelings of like, how are they going to end it? There's all these theories. What if this character does this and that? We don't know. It could come out of nowhere. And I was disappointed with the ending of Breaking Bad. And retrospectively, I'm like, what would have made me happy? Like, there was no good thing leading up to the last episode that was like, oh, if this happens, it'll be perfect. And I just don't know how they could have fixed what happened in 2 or 3 episodes before the final episode. So I'm like, is Game of Thrones going to be the same thing? The best parts about it are going to be like the feeling of getting there, and then you get there and it's kind of like, ugh.
See, that's my
it's
thing.
all the
is like,
foreplay.
If this was a thing where I get to sit down and watch one thing, like if it was a 3-hour movie ended this show, I would be excited. But considering it's 6 episodes, I think I'm gonna have to sit through 5 episodes of probably bullshit to then watch the one episode that makes
because when
matters.
you think about all the different things that they kind of have to pull together, like I can't imagine everything that I'm thinking of culmination of, like the battle against the dead, who's gonna win the throne, is Cersei gonna die, these kinds of things. I know they're longer episodes, but I can't picture all of those things being done in a single episode. So it's kind of got to leak back. Like, no matter how you view Breaking Bad, the best rated, most viewed, whatever, episode of the whole series is 3 episodes before the final episode.
Okay.
So it's kind of like some of the best things might happen before the end.
I usually like endings to shows.
I haven't been disappointed by anything, but I've also never really loved television as much as I loved when I was watching Breaking Bad live, so it was a little different.
I wish, because like for me, I feel like at least the first 3 episodes is that I'm going to be preparing for battle, having characters talk to each other, and then like the 3rd episode, because it's halfway through, everything's going to be the reveal of Jon. Like, we know Jon, and 2 characters know about Jon, but no one else in the world knows Jon. So like halfway through, they're going to be like, Jon, this is who you are. This is what you mean.
Yeah.
And then you're like, sweet. 3 episodes in. Queer as Folk, Breaking Bad. Friends was a great ending. I don't understand. She got off the plane. How I Met Your Mother, great ending. The Office, well, the whole show was bad. And Breaking Bad, the whole show was bad. So what do you got? What do you expect? I don't know Queer as Folk.
I've never even heard of that. I like the name though.
Yeah.
All the same. It's why I've just been like, I'm not even thinking about this show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking at this like, the world's waiting. April 14th, we're going to learn the final news.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like, April 14th is going to be the first time I resubscribe to HBO now in a long time. I'm going to watch it. It'll be done. I'm going to turn it off.
Every show that I've watched the ending of, I've liked. There's been things where I'm like, I wish they had done this little thing differently, but overall, I like how they ended it. If I like the show, Breaking Bad, I couldn't give a damn about, but I watched all of it. I'm trying to think of a show. The only thing I haven't done is Haven. Loved the show, right? The last season, a character left because she had family things, so they like just kill off her character, and which destroys another character in the so they're like, oh, well, because this happens, this character's got to go do this now, and I'm like, this is the last. I really didn't need this for this character in this season. I have yet to get to the end because I'm like, I really hope you don't ruin this character because of one actor.
You still haven't watched the last episode of Castle Rock, I had.
No, I have not. But it's not like
she might as well just watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Maybe we'll play. Maybe we'll play a
Hulu.
little.
Maybe I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Anthem? Apex?
Did I say Anthem?
Apex?
All these. We're not playing Anthem.
I'm
looking at Anthem there on the thumbnails. I can't look at that shit. There's another one right there. Anthem versus the World. It says.
But I want to be. But it's like they can't. they're either going to do one of two things. They're either going to do one, they're going to finish one of the things in the second to last episode. They're either going to do finish Cersei or finish the Night King. And the last episode will be the other one. Or it's all going to be taking place in the last episode, which means the first 5 episodes just are going to be worthless to me, I feel like. I'm going to sit
You might as well say first 5 movies at this point.
Exactly. The first 5 is just going to be just worthless.
Well, but you like all of Game of Thrones, right? I mean, excluding the season like highlights and endpoints of seasons.
Yes, the show.
You're gonna like the show.
Yeah,
it just won't be the hype.
It won't be the hype.
You won't have 6 episodes of just pure adrenaline all the time. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like almost they rushed the last season.
No, they did,
and then they spread this one out. You know?
Well, I don't know if they. I don't think they spread this one out. But we'll honestly, I hate to say it, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see, I guess. To me, I just feel like I just don't know how they're going to do enough stuff to fill 6 episodes at an hour and a half.
Well,
Next
I'm
trailer.
excited for this one. I did the same thing when I spelled Tolkien.
What'd you think?
What do you think?
I really like it. I think the heavy-handedness of a brotherhood, a group, and I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna end on. You know, that kind of heavy. I was like, don't need it, but I get it. It's a trailer. You're trying to sell it for people that aren't huge nerds. Maybe it'll be like, oh, maybe, I guess.
Fellowship.
But
what are they getting at?
But I like all the visual I'm seeing. I like that shot with the mirror. I like the face in the explosion. I like that shot of him standing in that battlefield with all the smoke. Like the visualness looks.
That's the shot they've ended on for both trailers. Of course, it's the one that everyone's real confident
about. But like
about.
the just like him going through life at certain points where he's walking down and sees the posters on the walls and him laying like there's little things here and there I like, and I'm really interested to hear the story about like these group of people that tried to change the world with art. Like I didn't realize that there was more people with Tolkien that was trying to do this kind of thing, and I'm interested to see if any of those panned out or anything. I could go look all this stuff up right now, but I'm gonna wait till the movie and then Google after the movie and figure out. You know, I'm really excited for it. I think it looks great.
I'm excited for the world to have this movie. I will watch it, maybe not in theaters.
Okay,
but it looks really good.
Cool.
It's just for a story in a world that I don't care about.
Gotcha.
Yet, at least.
Oh god, it's the best world, really.
Sure. I like Pandora a lot.
Borderlands?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say if you're thinking
Avatar,
I'm like, what the
No.
fuck?
No.
I hope
Fuck, it's good though.
Yeah, because you're like, is it Elvish? But he created multiple languages, so I'm wondering if it is Elvish
What's
or
the first one,
Dwarvish
maybe?
or
Yeah.
you know. So we'll see. But I'm intrigued. I can't wait. Next movie we have going up. If anyone's seen Hereditary, the guy that made that is making a new movie.
Hopefully he'll get an Oscar for this one.
The trailer, I think, is probably about as vague as the Hereditary trailer was, so it shouldn't be any spoilers. But we're gonna give it a shot. Watch it.
I recommend the Hereditary trailer and film, mostly the film. Does anybody else want to see what that was? What was in the door?
I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably the point of the reason of being in the trailer. But yeah, just the
when
screaming
did
and
that
thing.
say? Did it
summer 2019? I think it was what it
Oh,
was.
very good. That's
Somar.
this summer.
Yeah,
That's
Somar.
this summer.
I think it was. Let me double check. I think it was, Somar 2019. So, I mean,
Fucking, I'll be there day one.
I'll see it. Don't know what it's about.
Did you
There's
see
like-
Hereditary?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I liked
I don't remember talking about Hereditary ever.
I liked the beginning, and then there's a certain point where it starts to go and then spreads out farther and just loses it for me. But like up until like
I guess we have talked about the
Yeah.
movie a lot because the beheading being
Yeah.
out of nowhere. And
it's like the movie's like this, and then it like spikes up, and then it kind of does this, and then it goes like this, and then it just goes like that for me.
God, a double
It's like I don't know what I don't know.
flutes out.
I don't know what direction it wanted to go in, and I don't think it knew. And I thought the
Just
ending
from
was a
this
mess.
trailer,
Mm-hmm.
there are some things I like and don't like when it comes to what creators, directors, whatever do with the frame.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, in this case, just right there throwing white borders on, if he does anything like that in the movie, it's something I'm knee-jerk reacting, like, I hate this. You know, like in
I can't remember if the first trailer I watched of this
Had that?
had that, but this is published by A24, so maybe it's something
It's probably
he did.
more official.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, because you know the movie, any movie, still has black bars, as customers at Best Buy don't know.
Yep.
So if those black bars are white bars, that could be weird.
Could be weird.
That could be weird. It could also be what you're looking for, a horror movie in the middle of the day.
It's all bright.
And when you give us brightness all the time, it's kind of like changing the time of day you should almost watch this movie. So it's not like hurting you to watch it at night. But all the same, like it comes at night. I haven't seen this myself, but I saw the effect done where the aspect ratio closes on itself as the movie finishes.
Okay.
Did you see this?
No.
You seen that movie?
No.
No. I really want to see it, but all the same, it starts, you know, the normal whatever the hell it is, and then it just as the movie starts to end, like once it hits the climax, the frames just get smaller until there's nothing left to see anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and it's super gradual, like almost unnoticeable until it's like halfway down.
Yeah.
And you're like, why the fuck is this movie doing this? But that's something that I'm like, that's maybe it doesn't work well in that movie, but that's a cool creative thing. But then I watched the movie Ghost Story with Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck, the guy that did Ain't Them Bodies Saints, and it's like a filter from Instagram almost. And that had a couple shots and a couple moments that was cool, but all the same, it was like that effect wasn't something that I was like, oh, I don't like this, and then I got used to. The whole movie, I was like, if they just opened the frame. Like, that just happened so much to me in the movie that it distracted me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't something that added to the effect beyond the first 5 minutes of me getting used to it. So I don't know how that would work. I also don't know if he's going to try anything else now that he's established himself well enough with Hereditary that he's going to be like, I can take these creative leaps and bounds. But other than that, unlike Hereditary, I don't know what it was about that movie. I can watch that. You could put it on any day of the week and I'll watch that movie front to back. This movie, I don't, like, just prejudgments, I don't think I'll be able to watch this again. Like, I think when I watch this, it will be the time I watch this.
Gotcha.
And that would be it. I don't know why. I think it's the setting, honestly. Like, I'm already tired of that setting. Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
I started the trailer, and immediately she walks in, there's everyone in the garb, and they ring the bell, and they're about to eat. I go, oh, I want to watch The Village. And for a second, my mind wandered, and then I came back so I could finish the trailer.
That's funny. I'd like to watch The Village as well.
I'll watch this movie. It's like I don't have anything to say because I don't know anything besides that he made Hereditary, and I liked most of Hereditary. Yeah. We'll see if I like more of this or less of it. Or
yeah, he's the only creator, I guess, or only horror movie where there's like a shot of something that wasn't technically horror. Like if you just showed me the frame, it'd be like, oh, okay, but it gave me like insane chills of fear almost, and I was like, ah. I think that in a movie like this, you could really do that.
Yeah,
especially just seeing where she's looking at a keyhole and hearing all these screams is like it's going to be one of those like it attacks your senses beyond sight.
Yep,
that I think will be really good.
Reminds me of that scene in Frozen, the Adam Green one with the chairlift.
Oh yeah, I was like, I haven't seen Frozen. Remember that?
Where he's like, they're like holding their ears. And
don't listen. Don't let her listen. As he's getting eaten by wolves. Oh,
that's
what an underrated film.
It's fucked up. It's a great movie.
Yeah. It kind of fizzled out at the end when she actually got off the thing. But the fact that they kept me an hour and 20 minutes on a chairlift, I was like, that's amazing. You guys did really good for this. Like, if you would have pitched this to me, I'd have been like, no, absolutely not. But
to make it as a short film.
Yeah, short film would have been great, but that was a quality movie.
It was good.
All the same.
Moving on to the next one.
The Act.
This one, I caught and I was like, this looks weird and I want to see it. So I thought, well, let's watch it.
It's what's her name? Jamie King?
Stokes is thinking. He's thinking real hard. He's taking his head no.
Deliver the verdict.
No? Not interested?
That movie will not be good.
Okay. I looked at it and thought, is this a Carrie without superpowers? Interesting.
Carrie without superpowers is a bad movie.
I'm interested. And also, it looked like, I don't know, but in that shot where she's in red and then he's in red, it's like, are you going into her mind as they're in the chat room, or are they actually in person with each other? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it might have been called Chat Room with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Do you ever see that movie? It's
like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
he creates. It's like when he goes on this chat room, he meets like these friends. But the chat room, it's like him walking down the hallway and opening a door, and they're in the chat room. It's all them hanging out, but they're just in the computer. And
When did that come
like
out?
weird and twisted. I don't know. It was like I feel like before he was anything because I just saw it on Netflix one day. I was like, oh, what is this? Played it. I was like, this is really
Because
weird.
I had someone present me a script of that before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in 2014.
Oh, it was before that.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, those fucking assholes.
I want to say it was like I don't know.
Yeah, it was something that it wasn't necessarily a chat room, but it was something that it was very, very similar.
Let's see. Chat room 2010.
Chat room.
Yep. It was really weird because it takes this weird twist and it's pretty cool actually. I liked it a lot. But this looks interesting. I wanted to give it a shot. Unfortunately, it's a Hulu thing and I hate Hulu, but I don't know.
I'll let you borrow mine.
It looks cool.
Borrow mine to watch it.
What's next?
It Master.
This one?
Or Master Z, It Man.
This guy. This movie I watched. I'm not a big martial arts movie guy, but there's certain ones that'll grab me. Raid 2, obviously. Certain ones will grab me and I'll be like, ooh, I'm all about it. I watched this trailer and I was like, I want to watch this movie.
Have you seen the other It Man?
No.
No? Okay.
So, but yeah.
They actually have, like when you do a Wing Chun competition, it's essentially what they just did with the glass.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, it would be something where I'm facing this way, you're facing that way, and our hands, we would like kind of touch wrists like this.
Oh, like this?
Like this. And then it's essentially about me like hitting your chest right here.
Oh.
So if I go to like right here, I go to hit your chest, then you would push it to the side, but then you have to hit me with that hand. So then I try to like flick shit, and it's like all this stupid. I've never done it in my life, but when I've seen it, it's just like people going like yeah, just countering each other, but it's all with one hand.
And their like center mass isn't moving. It's just their
Yeah.
I thought that was really
their
cool.
center mass,
Yeah,
it does after a while, but
yeah.
it's something that it's like they're just facing here or they're doing side to side, and it's like what the fuck.
Yeah. I just saw that and I was like, this looks really interesting. I usually don't like get into martial arts movies, but
If you think that looks
think it's
interesting, you'll like the It Man movies.
okay.
They're better. They're going to be better than this, guaranteed.
Okay. We'll see.
It Man's good.
Okay.
Master Z.
Next thing I have.
I just read the next one. Get out of here.
Live action Gundam movie will be written by Saga's Brian K.
Oh,
Vaughan.
I read that as Sega.
Oh, no.
Thank God. Saga is so much better than anything Sega could ever come up with.
So, Legendary.
Oh, no.
Legendary is moving forward with its
Legendary
plan
Pictures.
to put out a live action movie based on Sunrise's seminal and widely influential Gundam series.
Dude, let me tell you. What am I fucking doing? Why haven't I been watching Gundam? It just came to me. I've been like having this kind of... I just play Apex when I'm bored and by myself and doing this. I need to watch more Gundam. You're right.
He's currently on a saga. The writer that we went through, Brian K. You think it's just Vaughn? Vaughn? Okay.
Vaughan.
Vaughn. He's on a saga break, but QVC apparently he just wrote an adaptation for his comic Why the Last Man is currently in production at FX. And there's still no further details on the Gundam, which Gundam they're going to use or anything like that, but a live action Gundam. I'm assuming...
You can't pull a bad Gundam.
Right, and I'm assuming that Legendary one had the plan, but you see the Gundam in Ready Player One, see the hype for Gundam in Ready Player One, and you know
And
we
they're
gotta
like,
move forward.
Someone
Let's-
greenlight something.
Let's go. Let's move forward. This needs to happen.
That laser sword backwards,
Right.
though. Fuck.
So
It's tough because every time I watch Gundam, I start thinking like maybe I should buy one Gundam statue. But I know that not only are statues an addiction, Gundam statues are like the addiction.
yes,
It's like I could say casino or gambling, but if I say slots or I say roulette, that's when it's like I'm too deep when I start naming the game. I'm talking Gundam models and shit like that, dude. They're like $300 or $200, but you have to build them yourself and stuff. No.
yeah.
But it would be dope.
I know,
right?
that's-
how cool to have a Gundam like this
Yeah.
big.
That's also how I know my family's gone too deep in the casino because it's no longer like, hey, you're gonna go use some penny slots or something. It's we gotta hit Locket Links. We gotta hit Lucky Sevens. We gotta
Yeah.
go to the Sombrero machine. Like we're like these are the ones you gotta hit.
know.
Yeah. So I'm like,
When am I going to the casino with you?
When do you want to go? I'll figure out when the next trip
So
is.
you just gotta let me know when we're tripping.
Okay. I'll talk to the parents, figure out when the next trip is.
And it's, I mean, try to make it, the however many weeks in advance so that I can take take 2 consecutive days off.
Okay. I'll let you know.
We'll have to stream Twitch live from the casino.
Right.
That's legal.
The next thing I have, the final thing that I have, is that apparently there was a Sonic movie leak. This is what I saw first. Fast Friends.
I like, okay, knee jerk. I actually like the way that Sonic looks a little bit right here.
Okay.
It's a lot better than what we kind of anticipated with his little fingers and shit.
This is another one that you saw?
No,
Did you not see,
go
you didn't
left
see this?
one.
Oh, this.
That was the poster they actually
Right.
released. And that was one that I was like, ooh, this could look bad.
But this is like a leaked image we've seen. That apparently is a leaked image currently of Sonic. And then I originally saw this.
Go back to that photo real quick.
This one?
Yeah. Now go to the bottom right recommended image of like the mask. But it's Eggman. Dr. Robotnik.
Interesting.
Hilarious.
Now, obviously, the internet took this and destroyed it.
Who is that guy in the bottom? Is that Chris Pratt?
I think it looks like Chris Pratt.
It says actor isn't James Marsden. Which apparently James Marsden is the lead actor.
Yeah.
That looks like a mix between Patrick Wilson and Chris Pratt. Doesn't it?
Yep.
Like it's almost got like the nose down of Chris Pratt or just the mouth maybe, but it's got that coney head of Patrick Wilson.
There's no way that's Chris Pratt. That's the thing is a lot of people are like, this is a fake leak because this doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of different things. This is the one that's been pointed to that's actually like an official leak. But even then, don't know. It's like a film style guide. These are all the different images that have come out for it. Here's a toy, all this different stuff. This is like what's being leaking right now, and people are like freaking out, like this is not Sonic. All this different stuff. Thing I wanted to bring up that was interesting, but of course Stokes left. Somebody took an image of what they think Sonic is going to look like, and then just in the same art style made it the way Sonic should look, and people are like, why doesn't it look like that? So we already know from this poster right here that his shoes aren't like the pointed shoes. They're just standard running shoes. We know from this image right here, his basic kind of shape and design and stuff like that. But what the leaked image plus what people want to do to it, this is what I've seen people do. This is the leaked image on the left. And on the right, the way Sonic, quote unquote, should look. It's obviously when you give something to the internet is going to do it better, but who knows what constraints the actual animation is working with. But right at a glance, you can see a lot of stuff that's wrong with the idea of Sonic. I think Stokes is coming back down. I don't know. Yep, he's coming. So anyway, I got this
Almost to the bottom of the stairs.
image of what is Sonic and what image of pretty much what Sonic should look like.
Yeah, the shoes were always the thing that really weirded me out with that first image we saw of him like ready to go. It was like he has hands, like little hands.
Yep.
And he doesn't have giant shoes.
Yep. The fact that he's not wearing gloves, it's just white fur.
Though I think the one thing that I could give like what's super different about the characters, but I kind of like it, is his eyes. Like
You like the eyes.
I think I like those eyes. If you were to say what does Sonic look like if he's kind of more real, I think the costuming should be more correct. But like no one's saying his chest to legs proportion is wrong, right?
Everyone, if you've seen something wrong with this, if you go back and forth, someone has said something about it. The big thing is the eyes and the mouth area, like this whole face.
I like that part.
Okay. Because what they're saying is it's almost like you designed it because there's all this dead space up here to fit everything, but then shrunk everything is what a lot of people are saying. And they even shrunk his ears.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, barely.
Yeah, but that's
I
right
would go more
side
with
body
costuming.
and left side head.
No, I like the chest and body and everything. I guess I would dress up the guy on the left a little better. I'd put on bigger shoes. I'd put on gloves.
It's got paper on it.
Good luck.
Got you back.
Good luck. Oh, man. I touched it to my lips, too, and I was like, I think he's right.
I almost thought about letting you do it just for the laugh, but I was like, nah, I can't do that to him. So, yeah. I'm still saying I got to see a trailer before I hate this movie, but it's not going in a good direction for me currently.
Sure. You're kind of right.
I
This movie's not going to be... I'm not going to come out of it and say that was a great movie. It's just not possible.
Currently where I'm standing with this, what this gives me flashbacks to, is when I started seeing images of Power Rangers. And just knowing you're so wrong. You're so wrong on every front. How are you getting this so wrong?
Like, I don't know how anyone looked at Sonic and said, you know what? Make a good movie. I never thought that. I've never, ever thought that.
The cartoon
like, man,
did well.
You know, I'm just like, is that a good movie? 5.7 out of 10?
We sell it 5.7 out of 10. It's just...
That checks out. Sir Jabik, I think, hit the number right on the money.
I don't know. I feel like there's a direction they could go with it and it'd be good. But the direction just isn't the way they're going.
I don't know what that direction would be. I don't think looking at it's going to help.
Yep. So, that's the last little bit of news I had. A lot of it was trailers. So if you want to get on Creed 2 again. So tell me exactly, like, how much tears... No, I'm just...
Yeah. Liters. How many liters for our Canadian audiences?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that we have an ad on the side for the collection for $425. Just Blu-ray still. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
But God, I want it. It looks so cool.
I'm excited to see what the final Avengers Phase 1, 2, and 3 set
just like
is. The Ultra 4K
from
bundle,
Iron
you know?
Man to Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
That's going to be... Just think how much money it's going to cost.
Well, I remember it was Iron Man 1, 2, 3? Is that Phase 1? I mean, this isn't in order. Because then you had Captain America, and then you had the Incredible Hulk, and then you had Thor. Mm-hmm. And I think that was it.
I don't remember how the phases panned out.
I think that's how that worked. But all the same, that in a special box that you opened up and it had the Tesseract and all that, $300 on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Just regular Blu-ray. Second one, still $300, but it was Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Winter Soldier,
Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World. I think that's it.
Yep. That's
I think that's it. Also $300, but it came in a case. However, it was all with the Power Stone in the like silver ball that protected it in Guardians of the Galaxy. And obviously, we're still in this phase, so I'm probably gonna have a fucking gauntlet. Like I don't know what other thing would capture that a little better, but I think I would save the gauntlet. I'd probably do like maybe just the 5 stones or something in a chest, but then make the Avengers up through Infinity Endgame or Avengers Endgame with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Got it.
Maybe you crack.
Or
Maybe
secret.
it is the Infinity Gauntlet. It's in a case. You open it up. You got the Infinity Gauntlet. You open that up, and it's got all the discs lined up.
What about secretly? If you bought the first one for $300 in the Tesseract, secretly in the second one, if you bought that for $300 in the Red Orb, there's actually those 2 Infinity Stones in those things. You have to break the things you bought to get the actual stones out.
To put them into
them in the gauntlet that you buy at the very end.
What's the point of putting them in the gauntlet?
I'm just saying.
Interesting.
Sir Javik says, may have missed it. Thoughts on how Maleficent 2 is going to be? I
Didn't see Maleficent
never
1.
saw Maleficent.
Yeah.
I've heard okay things.
Not a super Disney person.
I'm more a Disney park person, less Disney movies. I like looking in and reading about the parks. I get down on that.
Sure.
That's cool. But the movies...
But you haven't been to a park.
I've been to a park.
Which one?
The one in Florida.
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland to the west. Pretty cool.
Okay.
California Adventure.
But Disney World.
Never been to World. I'm just telling you, land is pretty cool.
I've been there a couple times. I think
I've technically been to Florida for like a half hour. Because I
Okay.
was in Alabama, went to a restaurant at the Panhandle of Florida.
Mhm.
The dong of the United States, as P Stabs refers to it.
I think Animal Kingdom the best. But that's just me.
It is what it is.
But yeah. So, but if Sir Javik coming out of complete left field thinking how Maleficent 2 is going to be, probably not good.
Probably not good.
Not because I don't think Maleficent did that well to begin with. I
When
heard
someone
okay
looks
things.
at a movie that doesn't do well and they're like, you know what? We're going to do it again. And then it's like,
I've heard good things, but even from the first one, I was like, where are you pulling this story from? And for a whole sequel, where are you pulling the story from? Like, where is it coming from around Sleeping Beauty, right?
yeah.
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 Where are you pulling that around Sleeping Beauty? So, is Angelina Jolie coming back? That's another thing too. I don't know. Oh, I was gonna look up Sekiro knows because Stoney left us.
Sekiro. Friendliest?
From Software's friendliest game yet.
Ooh, immensely challenging, but approachable. That's not awful to hear.
Boo!
It's also opinionated. This is all subjective,
That's true.
you know? How easy is it really going to be? I got people out here playing Destiny 2, the beta.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling me that the enemies are spongier, and I'm saying you're fucking wrong. There's actual math and science behind all this. They're less spongy. Everyone knows it, but people are out here telling me, "Oh no, it's spongier, it's spongier." It could be this guy. Plus, you remember, I always go back. As much as I take this news to heart, typically, I can always take this with a grain of salt, though, because I remember that guy from Polygon that played Cuphead. Do you remember that? You ever seen that guy?
Yeah.
Play Cuphead? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't get over.
He couldn't get over the tutorial double jump area,
Yeah.
or the jump and the dash.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this guy might be kind of the opposite too. They could have been like, hey, you're the biggest Souls person we know. You know, the Demon Souls or Blood Souls or whatever they call this franchise. How about you go play this game and tell us how you think? And he's out here, he's been playing Souls all year. Mm-hmm. And then he goes into this and he considers it easy. You know, it's kind of like, did he master these games? Is it, you know, who is this guy? I like that frame there. I like how also, a little glitch in there, you scroll up a little bit, you can see the tree through that guy's mouth.
Yep.
4 out of 10 games so far. It did last pretty good.
Yeah, it did last pretty good. So.
And it was $3.
I've already said I'm on the fence about this game just because I don't like the samurai.
Did you play Neo?
No. I
Why
watched you
not?
play Neo. Because we were streaming the games at the time and you were playing it, and so I didn't play it.
Well, sure, but that
And
was,
then I
what,
watched
a year and a half ago?
I watched you play it, and I saw that the attack weren't the bumpers. And it kind of threw me off.
Probably change that to the bumpers.
Well, isn't it?
Wasn't the bumpers?
No, isn't it the attacks like your style, your stance is where your attack lands or something? I thought that's what it was.
Kind of. It was speed and strength is how they're adjusted.
Oh.
And also how enemies attack you. It's also your defense style, so it adjusts that too. But
Neo had several weapon types. Sekiro seems very much katana focused, so style limited. Which I'm
well,
actually
all the Dark Souls
I like that.
and Bloodborne games, they had all the different styles, right? Because of the different weapon types.
Yeah, but like
Oh, so you like that they're paring it back?
I like it because I pick one weapon. I usually use it through most of the game anyway.
Yeah, true.
It's just the world itself I don't have interest in. I would much rather run
really?
around.
Oh, Bloodborne is an exception.
Yeah,
All 3 of the Dark Souls games, I would prefer this.
I would choose Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is still a good world, but I would rather be in the world of the Shinigami.
I think I love playing through multiple times as different classes, etc. That would be
It is good for replayability, but not everyone, I'm sure, looks at those for replayability.
Why I don't like these worlds is because I feel like these worlds have been in games forever. Like,
Where's Animusha? Whatever.
it's
5.
just like I remember playing not Ninja Gaiden. I don't think it was Gaiden. What was the other one? I remember my brother played it a ton. It was just a game where you're a ninja and you'd be like, all right, go kill this person. It was like Hitman, but you were a ninja. And
The world needs more Animusha. Exactly, Sir Javik. What a metal story. I would love a complete remaster of the first game, which I think they kind of did with 3. Animusha Warlords recently. That game would be
I
fun.
will probably pick this game up and play it because I'm hungry for another Souls game, even though I'm still technically playing through Dark Souls 2. But I'm more excited for what comes next than I
In
am for
other
this.
game news, I just remembered they just released a Mortal Kombat 11 trailer. That's kind of like it appears to be more of like a final. Oh, it's a story trailer.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
No. Do we want to watch it?
It makes the game look far cooler than it ever could be because at the end of the day, the play is just fighting side by side. But if they could do what they did in Tekken and bring back where you fight multiple enemies that are like two-shot in an arcade style where you're like trying to go from the back of a train to the front or something, and you like grab an enemy and you're able to actually throw them and it hits another enemy as if they're an object and stuff, that would be wonderful. But it looks like what they might possibly do. Way more excited for Neo 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm very excited for. I hope that game plays as well as our boy Shuhei Yoshida insists it does. Oh yeah, Days Gone's coming out. Different intros now.
No, that's not it.
You click something about performance capture?
I picked the news article. What the fuck? Yeah, we probably close some of these. Firefox might die on me again. Combat 11 trailer.
Story. Okay.
Story?
Story trailer.
Story right here. Don't need you.
Aaron Black reveal. I don't know why they're saying that.
So many things at once.
I am Kronika, keeper of time. I guide the destiny of the realms. But my work's perfection has been tainted by Raiden's actions. I enlist all those who disdain the current course of history. By merging past and present, we may draw upon allies from both eras. I offer a greater empire in the new era. Will your Outworld armies defend it?
They shall.
Kotal Khan, we have common cause. Solving this temporal crisis. And in defeating Shao Kahn.
I will have my scouts track Shao Kahn.
Can't someone, anyone, explain to me what the hell is going on? Right? I've been in the future for a whole hour and I haven't seen one jetpack. Not one.
Came from rock bottom with nothing that I saw with wings. I am not stopping, I'm coming if it's more to see. Ignore the dream, now they gotta applaud the king. It's my ego trip. I'm hoping you enjoy.
I want to play as a cowboy. That's my new main right there.
Elder gods, the realms are in crisis.
Every being will be erased in a temporal Armageddon. Find Kronika's key and gain control of her hourglass. Only then will time's momentum be restored.
We've got to take out Nether Realm's army now, before
Nether
Liu
Realm's
Kang can
army.
bring it here.
Guys that make the game interesting.
As my strength gathers, the new era draws ever closer.
New main. Don't say him.
They perfected the video game trailer.
I'll play him and make him look awful.
It's one thing to know too, Brent. If you actually are going to buy this game, you really do need to pre-order it.
Why?
Because I didn't pre-order the game, but I bought the Ultra Edition day one, like $80 or the $100 edition or $80 edition or whatever of Injustice. And because I didn't pre-order, I never ever got access to Apocalypse.
Never?
I had all of the packs afterwards, and I couldn't I don't remember if he was purchasable or not, but I don't think he was. It was like Apocalypse is like,
Yeah.
you know, the Thanos of DC, and I was like, I don't know if I'll just get them later. Typically pre-order bonuses they give you if you're one of the first 100 buyers of the game or whatever, and I was there the minute the store opened. But if you want to play Shao Kahn, we're probably legit gonna have to pre-order this game.
I don't need him.
Who knows who he is or whatever, but you know.
Yeah, I don't need him because I got my Western boy shoots the coins.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw him and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like I'm not big into Mortal Kombat, really into fighting games until their more recent stuff with Mortal Kombat X and or 10 or whatever. But it was that guy was like, he's pretty cool, and he comes in just. I was like, are we playing as Arthur Morgan? Like, what's going on? But then he shoots those coins, and I was like, dope.
Yeah, I'll play as him. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, like, because it's like it seems like so much fun to play, but I'm never gonna be good at fighting games. I'm never gonna play them, you know. So I probably won't, but maybe if I can come over or something, we would strap up a little bit. There we go. But I'm excited.
I'm terrible with a fighting stick.
Perfect. I'll be on even playing field then. Let's do
I'll
it.
give you a pro controller or something.
Yeah.
Give you the Wildcat, and then I'll be over here trying to wiggle stick my way to freedom.
That's it. That's the show. You guys are all beautiful people.
That's it.
That's it. We wrap it up. It's been a good day. A lot of trailers, a lot of good stuff out there.
A lot of trailers.
But that's it for the talk show this week. So if you're watching on YouTube later or on podcast services, we'll be back next week on Monday, twitch.tv/rollpixel, 6 p.m. You can come watch live, be part of the conversation like Sir Japik is right now, P-Steps has been, Stony, Hokey, a bunch of different people. You know, we all get to talk, have a good time.
By next Monday, though, Brent and I will be jacked already.
Instantly. But
Insta-jacked.
Friday, we are streaming a game. Me and Alec will probably be playing more Cuphead, or who knows, maybe we'll switch it up.
Apex.
Maybe Apex. Usually doesn't do very well on stream, so.
No.
But I could play Apex. I could just keep playing. I don't really care. So.
Yeah, now that there's no ball and chain, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. But you guys are all beautiful people. I hope you guys have a wonderful. Apex is not a good game to watch. Well, P-Stabs, you're a little biased. I'm not going to lie. Because there's a lot of viewers on Twitch. You know? It's got a lot of viewers. Like a lot.
Division 2 is coming out soon.
Division 2 is coming out soon. And for people who are going to play it, be very excited. I probably won't. I've never watched someone play for more than 30 seconds.
Well, if you want to see super high-end, ultra gameplay, you come to Brent, Alec, and I.
That's true.
I've won his Pathfinder 2 times in a row.
But again,
actually, I think that's one of those badges, is to win his Pathfinder 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I think I got that badge.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we'll probably be playing Cuphead because I really want to. I think I want 100% it. I want to go all the way, you know. And I may shoot myself before that happens, but I want to get right to that edge.
Well, you bet if I come down here on a Monday and I open the door and I see you shot yourself, just walking straight out the door, driving home.
I've watched way more Tetris 99 than Apex.
I could play Tetris 99.
I can't because I'm suck at Tetris, but
people could watch you suck.
They could watch me suck real bad, like real bad. I feel like I'd have like 8 people on me because they know I'd suck. They'd smell blood in the water, you know.
That's when you out Tetris someone with some of this, you know, some of that.
Anyway, it's been a really good time. I love you all. You're beautiful people. But it's been real.